What is up, guys? Today I have for you a UU match. Yesterday was Christmas. Hopefully you guys all had a happy Christmas. If you guys celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever, I don't even know when Kwanzaa is. Hopefully you guys are having a very happy holiday season and also having a very nice break off of school. So let's get this match. This is a UU match I had against KidFlash. Found in the Smuggle Wifi Battle Finder. I sabbed up 2 new teams, and with the new software that Antar came out with to get PO teams to Wi-Fi, that's going to be a lot easier for me getting teams. You're going to see a lot more teams out of me. And yeah, so I lead off with Rose Raid. He leads off with Scyther. I don't want to take a hit with my horrible base defense, so I just go into my defensive wall, which is my Gligar. Now he goes for U-turn, whatever. Now here, I kind of predicted the status move, and I go for the Toxic, but it misses. And then he hits the Ice Beam. He goes for Ice Beam, which ends up killing me. And this is horrendous for me because now, since I don't get this, I lose my Gligar, and I didn't even end up getting a status on him, which kind of really sucks. So I'm gonna bring up my Rose right now. I'm gonna go right for the Giga Drain because it's early game. That's just slow. If he wants to go for Side Shock or Ice Beam again, or maybe Fire Blast or Psychic or whatever, I could take it because I'm especially defensive. Side Shock would do a lot, but Psychic and whatnot wouldn't do too much. And just in case you want to stay in, I could do some massive damage. But brings down Xatu. Now, obviously, I can't go for spikes here, and I don't want to go for rest. So I'm just gonna go for the Sludge Bombs. He actually goes for Thunder Wave, paralyzing me. I don't mind too much, especially because I have Natural Cure. Just if I get Power Hacks, that's going to be annoying. But now I'm going to switch out now, just predicting a Psychic or a Side Shock. And I'm going to go into my Honchkrow because obviously I could take those. But he ends up going for the U-turn, which ends up doing nothing to me, which is good because I don't want my Honchkrow taking damage, because Honchkrow taking damage is not good, especially when he's your Scarfer. So, brings up Magneton, and I've ran Magneton in OE and UU. And I know Magneton and UU like to be sub-magnerized. If this thing was Choice Scarfed, I don't know if he would have outsped me. But I go right for Superpower, get a critical hit, and kill the Magneton. Which I'm going to say this kind of makes up for the Toxic Miss, because he kills one of my walls. I kill one of his attackers. That's a fair trade. Has he killed my Gligar? Well, like, he would have killed my Gligar anyway, so that's not 100% fair. But, that wasn't really fair. That's just good for me. Embrace the hacks. Embrace the hacks. So, brings that Slowbro. I know that Superpower will be doing jack shit, so I'm just going to go into my Blastoise. Goes for Thunder Wave, which I don't mind on Blastoise, because Blastoise is a Blastoise, and if you know anything about Blastoise, he is a bulky motherfucker, and he doesn't mind statuses. Rose Raid switch would have been a little bit better, but just in case he had Side Shock, and he predicted that would suck. So here I go for Roar, thinking he's going to stay in. But he brings out Xatu now, and the Roar gets Magic Bounce. I do not mind that one bit because I end up getting me a random switch, and I like most of my matchups on my team against that Xatu, so that's really nice for me. So I'm just going to go right for that Flare Blitz because it's a Life Orb Stab, and it's going to do a really nice chunk of this Rhyperior. And seeing how much does that much to Rhyperior, I know for a fact this thing is not bulky. I know for a fact this thing is either CB or Life Orb. And if you hear any rain or anything or wind in the background, it's because it's raining really hard by where I live. So, go for the Superpower, just thinking it'll be enough to kill, and it is enough to kill off the Rhyperior, which is really, really nice for me. So, now, he's going to go out into his Slowbro now, knowing he can take my hits very nicely. But since the Slowbro's out here, I can just go right for the U-turn and get off some damage on that. And this U-turn does a really nice chunk, actually, seeing I'm at -1, and it's non-stab, and it's a Slowbro who's so bulky. And it actually did a really nice chunk. So, I'm just going to go into my Rose Raid again to directly threaten this thing out, and because I can take a status no matter what. So, goes for Thunder Wave, whatever, it kind of sucks, but no, I just to switch out, and this Thunder Wave does end up sucking a lot more than any Thunder Wave should have really sucked, because now he's going to go and switch out into his Scyther, and I did predict a switch into either his Scyther or his Xatu, so I went for the Sludge Bomb, and I'm getting paralyzed, which sucks, because I would have just nailed the Scyther on the switch in with the Sludge Bomb, and it would have been, I just stay in here, because I just in case he wants to U-turn, I could probably take one and go for another Sludge Bomb, or something, but he ends up just killing me off. But it doesn't matter, because at this point in the game, I got rid of Rhyperior. Specs Raikou destroys this man's team. So Thunderbolt definitely going to be able to kill off this thing. I think that thing isn't Scarfed. I think this thing might be Choice Banded, because if he was Scarfed, it would have outsped me because I'm Specs. But this thing destroys this man's team from here on out. So his last thing that hurt me really is his Arcanine. And I don't know. I didn't really know what would happen. I knew he would probably go for. I thought he would go for E-Speed. I thought that 2 E-Speeds would be able to. Right, I thought 2 E-Speed would be a 2-hit KO, and Thunderbolt wouldn't be a 2-hit KO, so he'd be able to just kill me off with E-Speeds. And so I just go into my Blastoise down 100% as Death Fodder. He's going to go for a Flare Blitz followed by a Wild Charge. Now this is a specially defensive Blastoise, which is really cool. And this Wild Charge, I ended up living it because which I would have lived a lot more if I was physical defensive. I'm special defensive, and this sucks because I get Para Hacks. That would have been a torrent boosted Scald, easily would have been able to kill off the Arcanine. was actually kind of better for me that I got Parahacks, because now he's just going to be killing me off with a wild charge. And now, basically, at this him at that range of HP, that's the match. That's the match, because E-Speed cannot OHKO my Raikou. I don't even think with a crit he can OHKO my Raikou. And his last two pokes, after this thing dies with Thunderbolt, his last two pokes are Slowbro and Xatu, and they are both weak to Electric. So his team, he had like 3 things weak to Electric, but he did have that ground type to be a little like balance. But when you lose your ground type and they have a Specs Raikou lying in the wings, or even a Scarf Zapdos, Specs Zapdos, Life Orb Zapdos, Life Orb Subcom Mine Raikou, you're in for a world of hurt, buddy. You're in for a world of hurt, as you're going to see now. Because 3 Thunderbolts, I think I used Thunderbolt. I brought in Raikou, used 4 Thunderbolts, got killed 4 Pokemon. That's called efficiency. Raikou with the 4 kills for the cleanup. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. Leave in the comments what you got for a present. I got a lot of cool things. I'll talk about that if you leave a comment. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like rating, please. It really helps my channel grow. Thank you. I love you guys all. Peace.